Hey, beautiful souls, welcome or welcome back. If you're drawn to my channel, this is me, the Witch Tarot. If your intuition leads you here, then there's a meta message for you to hear. Okay, as always, take how it resonates, leave the rest for someone else. I hold space for any messages that may come through from spirit guides to convey these messages for the highest and good for everyone. If I'm called to have an extra cards, I will to get more messages, and at the same time, I am water scrying. Okay, so I hope you are doing fine when this reading finds you. Okay, so yeah. I don't know what's the messages for you, but yeah. You are here in this channel because you are seeking guidance, answers. Yeah. So, which one? This one? This one? Okay. I heard second guessing. Picking up second guessing. This one. Okay. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Temperance. Yeah. I know. Okay. Temperance. Second guessing yourself? Don't. You need to be compassionate. 2:22 in the timer. Compassionate, balance, nurturing yourself. Okay? Don't second guess. Don't allow those people gaslight you. Okay? When a person is taking second guess, I see red flags in there. When the person starts having doubt in themselves, when the person starts second guessing themselves, I see red flags in there. I'm not diagnosing anything here, but those are the signs of there are narcissist people around for those who I'm talking to. Yeah, I know. I smell narcissist energy like a blood in the water. Yeah, believe me. I know. Yep. Just like those sharks, as the myth that they can smell blood in the water. So yeah, narcissist energy, I can smell in the air. Yeah. Yeah. I am so familiar with, because yeah, for those who get it, yes, I am familiar with it. Parents, siblings, or yeah, I know. So when I mention I can smell, so taste, yeah, taste. You have the bee, you have a lemon, you have a chili, and you have a salt. So mixing those ingredients, just like sweet chili with sour and sweetness, balancing uh, those kinds of flavors. Yeah, need to be patient on these kinds of your reading is very interesting. Yeah, to be honest, I slid this tarot card on the side, but one moved, so I take it. So you have a chili. Okay, you have a chili there. You have a lemon upside on the top right bottom or left side bottom. You have a honey, and on the downside is a salt, or maybe that's a sugar. I don't know. Maybe that's a salt for sure because there's a honey in there. You have a lemon. You have a salt. You have, yeah. Mixing those, blending. If you cannot beat them, blend with them. Yeah. Wow. And you need to be patient. You have temperance in there. Your energy is very interesting, to be honest. Yeah. Really. Wow. You have awake, of course. You're the key, and you are wise enough to see these people. Yeah. You have the key, and you have the owl. Owl is symbolizes of wisdom. Yeah. Seeing things clearly in the dark, and you see these people. For those who are around you, you see them. You don't ignore their behavior, to be honest. Yeah. You have a lavender there. You have a key, and you have the key, and you have a lock. Unlocking within. So this is these kinds of energy. Okay, for those who I am picking up or talking to, you are the one who will break free this invisible chain that whoever the spirit people around you put you through. This is an emotional, invisible chain, and that has the hostage of your emotions. You're trying to blend, you're trying to all of your power to to have these people around, but still in different angles they are always toxic. Yeah. Not people, I'm not diagnosing anything, okay? These kinds of people taught us how to preserve ourselves, how we value ourselves. They teach us how to ground and hold our power despite of those very, very toxic energy to them. They hold the mirror for us to see on how to be treated, how to be, being human. I see in our people is a reflection to see how you will be being treated. You learn from them what you want. Okay, that's how I. If you know me in this channel, I see things on the other side. Okay, people always hate the energy of the narc, but me, yes, I have a little bit of hurt and pain, or should I say I have passed on it. Almost most of my life I'm dealing with those until now. But one thing I've learned is that 1001 and the timer. See the mirroring, the reflection. One thing about I've learned with these kinds of people is that they show us and teach us how to be respected and how to be loved and how do we want to be treated. Yeah, that's how I perceive things. I know it's very weird for me, but yes, I have those people around me until now. So I am very, very familiar with the energy. So yeah, maintain, stay in your ground, cleanse your energy if needed to. Because narc energy stick like a bubble gum. Yep. I know. Maintain. You need to maintain your balance. You need to maintain yourself, not losing 1114 in the timer, not losing on the process. Don't lose yourself in the process. Okay? And you're wise enough to see this. I know you are aware that I know these people, you knew these people. I can feel it. You know these people, to be honest. To be honest with you. This could be your family, okay? Some relatives, friends, but this is strongly family. Yep. Yeah, you have a serpent. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You need to shed those these people. Yeah. Shed them away from you. Put boundaries in you. And you hold the key. You hold the key. You have the key to change that. Okay? And you need to maintain. Or you need to maintain poker face. These kinds of people thrive on your emotions. No matter how you blend, no matter how you adjust, still you're the problem. Make sense? These is kinds of people will, I don't know. To be honest, narc people will never achieve awakening. Yes, I've seen it right through my eyes, to tell you honestly. One day, you will see who's the narc or not. Okay? They don't show compassion. They just only, yeah. You know the jazz of those kinds of people. I see through people. That's why I am very, very familiar with the kind of energy. 1331 and the timer. Yeah. I could easily pick up narc energy, to be honest. Because I am surrounded lots of it. In day-to-day life. Yeah. I mean, not on the house because I'm just, no one is around here except me. But before, I know. So yeah, maintain your boundaries. You need to cast this energy away from you. If you are not living with them, set the intention. Okay? If you are living in the same roof with them, put the boundaries. Maintain poker face. They don't thrive if you don't have emotion. Play dead, as they say. Yeah. You hold the key. Okay? You hold the key. You blend. You try to navigate these kinds of people in your life. Yeah. No one is exception in here. Okay? I know. I know familiar energies. Yep. Torturing. Wow. Emotionally. Wow. One more? Okay, one more and then stop. Okay, you have the Weaver. You need to cleanse these kinds of energy that's so that it won't latch your energetic field, draining the life out of you. Yep. Mm-hmm. You need to smudge your place. You need to set intention with yourself. You need to smoke on the room if you needed to, if you're not allergic as well. Yeah? Wow. And you have touch. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So now, this is a kind of the classic empath narc duo. Mm-hmm. I see eyes in the hand, so you're empath. Mm-hmm. When you digest, those kinds of people thrive on empath. Mm-hmm. Or they thrive subconsciously. Be careful on that energy, okay? You need to be careful on that because these people, yeah, they're a leech. They're a leech. They charm their way out and they're a leech. Sorry, but I don't sugarcoat on this channel. Yeah, I speak the truth because I'm living, I mean, a year ago. A year ago? No, not a year ago, but in the past, I'm still surrounded by them, actually. And I can see them right through. What the heck? I'm a witch. The hell? One time their gaslight, they're using a gaslight on me, and I reflect them back. They're very, very pissed. And I'm smiling. It's your own deeds, not mine. I'm just a reflection to you. Mm-hmm. You have death. You have death. This, it ends. You have a snake in here. Shed and cleanse your smudge if needed. If not allergy, if you don't have allergies, cleanse your energetic field, cleanse your house, cleanse your anywhere that these kinds of people, you know, especially when they visit. Cleanse your car, cleanse your house, dining area, wherever this guy or the person stays in your house. If they come visit or just your, oops, for example, in your own space, cleanse your own space, especially in your room. If you share with house with these kinds of people, you have death in there. It's ending because you see through them. Yep. And especially you have a patient, need to be patient on yourself. Narc people, they don't go rounds on me. Yeah. One move, I get 10 steps further ahead. Not to brag. I'm a psychic, for goodness sake. You have 6 of Wands? Yeah. Oops. I'm not bragging in anything in here. I just only feel because I dealt them most of my life. Mm-hmm. Six of Wands. You recognize these people, the pattern, the behavior, when they started gaslighting you. Yeah. Oh, of course. You knew these people. I know you knew these people. You see them. Oh, of course. Okay, I don't take reversals. I don't take reversals. I don't. As for the moment, I don't take reversals. The patterns, you see it. Once you start seeing, study them. And you knew this. Their habits, I know. You knew this, their habits, their patterns, you recognize them very well. All you need to do is protect yourself with these kinds of energy that potentially leech, and you are asking why I felt drained, I felt tired, I didn't have anything to do today. I don't have any activities, but why I'm tired? It's because they're feeling the energy. Okay, like the classic narc empath duo, the dynamics. Okay, you have Six of Swords in here. Wow, really, you cannot leaving. You have Temperance, you have Death, you have Six of Wands, you have Six of Swords. So this comes to end, and you recognize the pattern, and you're leaving the situation, and this, especially these people, the place that you are in with them. Maybe this is your parents, I must say, mom or her other sibling. You're leaving these kinds of energy because you cannot take it. Or you recognize them. You recognize their patterns. Okay, the cards here are showing that you are moving on, and you are the key to break this cycle and this chain, the invisible chain. To me, invisible chain is the emotion. Okay, the emotions, you cannot escape those. It haunts you even in your sleep, believe me. And you have a Nine of Cups, celebration. Escaping the situation is, you feel like you win. The energy of winning. This comes to end. Of course, people leave you. If you see through them, you give them clues, hints, their behaviors. You see the patterns. Yeah. Once they recognize that they know that you know already, they start acting up, believe me. And Knight of Pentacles. Under the Death. Wow. Need to create the habit of not wanting them. You need to have a routine. Practice yourself. Okay? Practice yourself. Knight of Pentacles are resilience. not mistaken. Resilient. Yeah. Routine. You need to be resilient on these kinds of energy. You need to be patient. You have temperance. Persistent and protective in your aura, in your field, in your energy. Okay? Because you cannot get rid of these people easily. Especially their energy is feeding on you. To be honest. Yeah. It's not easy though. It's not easy. Ooh. Okay, you have justice in there. You gave justice to yourself. And I feel like the universe is favoring you and giving the justice on this. In line of Six of Wands, you recognize them. The universe gave justice. The circumstances is helping you to get out of this situation. Because it's time, I heard, it's time for you to move on. It's time for you to grow. It's time for you to leave these kinds of people that it doesn't serve you in the highest good. Yeah? It's not fulfilling. Okay. You have Page of Wands. Wow. New beginnings. This could be new beginnings. This could be message. You cannot, okay. I butchered that one. Enthusiasm. Yeah. Good news. Okay. This idea is excites you. New beginnings as well. Of course, when you are given a chance, of course you will feel enthusiastic about it, feeling excited about it, because finally you're free, of course. Yeah? And you have 10 of Cups. Wow. And you succeed. You fulfilled your dreams to be out of this energy, to be out of these people will be out of your life. You succeeded. Okay? You succeeded. Okay. I got extra cards for you. I'm called to. Wow. Oh, okay. There's a man in there. It's a flipper. Oh. Maybe this is your father figure. Doesn't have to be, this could be a mother figure. 28, and that's 10. You have 10 of cups in here, and you have 10 in here. You have a man. It doesn't have to be, maybe this could be your father. Doesn't have to be, this could be your mother. Okay. Wow. And you have a son. Wow. Your cards are telling you something in here. If you don't get it, I don't know what else to say. Okay, you have a son in here, man in here. Sun is it's like the end of the tunnel. You see light at the end of the tunnel of this. And you have 31. Maybe you are 31, and that's a 4. Stability. You're creating your foundation within yourself because you are free. From there, you can start a new life. Yeah, that's how it is. Maybe you are an empath. Okay, Sometimes soft mistaken as weak. No, water build rocks. They shape them. That's the essence of being soft. Yeah, they can break a rock. Yeah, they can give you tsunami. Okay, and if you are asking who is mastering emotions, that's an empath. Empath knows how to handle emotions. Okay, they're not sponge. Okay, empaths are not sponge. There are mirrors that reflect the truth that no one handles well. Truth is very uncomfortable feeling, but few only who recognizes it. Once you recognize that, okay, you acknowledge yourself, okay, and that's a self growth. Okay, so I need to cut that energy. So, again, that's all I have for you. Please do enjoy the rest of the evening, morning, afternoon, whatever this video finds you. And thank you for allowing this reading to be part of your journey. I do hope you find guidance, wisdom, and clarity you seek throughout the reading. And thank you for allowing me to tap your energy for this reading. And most of all, blessed be beautiful souls. See you in the next video. Bye.